Boom! Welcome to the command center, which is hopefully going to be in a good fun night. I got some bad news at the start though. We'll do another recap. Not this vehicle, but there's a car that shows up. One of these. Maybe not. No, you just see they're somewhere different. But as you see, as always, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyways, weird shit always happens. Alright, so we got the Freedom Ducks. Back in DC, they got some type of thing going on in San Fran. You see Seattle's got its continuational thing called Compton from Ice Cold Audit. Homie Frank Nitty back out in Milwaukee. Oh, you love to see it. More Freedom Ducks. San Fran looks beautiful. Got a little pride thing going on. Looks cool as fuck. It looks like a cool city. I like that there's like a lot of trees everywhere up and down. I don't know. It's San Fran. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Louisville. I don't know. One of them. Doggo. They have a thing going on now, I think still too, but also earlier. As you see.
The girl who had the farm, he moved out
There's these dudes, they went to
North Carolina.
where he died. I ain't doing these jokes.
Yes, that's right.
Sure.
And then his body was transferred here to Austin.
Anyways. Tons of Freedom Ducks. These pretty good sized turnout there. St. Louis showed up after they got doxxed by their mayor, I think it was. Some people still showed up to protest. It's funny as fuck. Oh, different St. Louis cam. Freedom Duck. Saw these dudes. They just looking for a reason to go out with their guns. This seeming to be the joke. This is what they do. Governments ran by oligarchs, and they show up to the streets with guns, not to fight the oligarchs or take their country back, but to stand as on the side of oppression. The America's rolling over in its grave. Well, its financial grave and moral grave. Yeah, boom, got him. They really, a bunch of Drew Breeses out here that's just the joke. Anybody wearing or waving around the American flag, they love the halt. They love, they worship the idea of just everything America it wasn't founded on at all. Yeah, exactly. They worship in the ideology that FDR fought to his grave. We hate racism and evilness and all that other bullshit. Like a cross over fucking white supremacy loves crosses. It's so weird. They're on the side. No wonder why they love so many crosses. They're on the side of the state. They're not celebrating Jesus. They're celebrating the torture device used on Jesus. They really do. Christians really do worship the devil. I have zero doubt at this point. I truly have zero doubt. I think that joke / meme or whatever you call it is true. They really hate Jesus. They hate peace. They hate pacifism. They hate their neighbors. They hate compassion. They'd rather do whatever this devil worshipping hand shit right here during a pandemic is. I was like, no, let's take that pandemic joke too serious if you're anti-pandemic. It's merely a joke. I don't know. That's Scooter too. Fucking devil saying much shit over here. Worshiping the devil. This guy's like, I need a devil Lou. I don't know what the fuck they got. They got their water. I wonder if the cops will show up and steal their water. Probably not, because cops are on their side. White power troops. Insert that. Freedom Duck. They'll be feeding them every day. That is what is up, by the way. Belton, Texas. Belton, Texas. Oh, it's flipped. You know, remember they wear army stuff too. It's like, oh, the illegal army. The military industrial complex and police state army colors that go and I don't know, just insert all those Middle East fucking war bullshit jokes, endless drone striking and shit. They wear it with pride. So either they really believe in it and all the evil atrocities that it stands for, or they just wear it because they think they're cool. I get to toy which one it really is because they're morons. They don't fucking know. I've had any fucking money. They don't know.
County. And it's a problem that affects all of us. And what I would like to ask everybody here, because I'll tell you what, I respect. Where's Patrick at? Come here, buddy. Patrick and I've had the opportunity to meet this man for the last few weeks. We don't agree on a lot politically, probably.
Not a lot, 'cause they're dumbasses.
But we do agree on a lot. I believe in the Constitution. I took in 1994. I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution. That First Amendment protects speech that we disagree with.
Whoa, get it.
If the First Amendment only protected speech that you agree with, we wouldn't need it.
Good point.
It specifically protects speech we disagree with. What I would like to ask everybody here, because we got a pretty diverse group, is while people are speaking, if you disagree with them, just disagree with them. But please don't shout anybody down. Please listen with an open heart, with an open mind. You might leave here and you might not change your heart at all. You might not change
I respect what he's saying. I like that. I ain't got time to watch it though, but he seems okay. He seems like somebody you could unbrainwash from hatred. I don't know. I don't know. Just being an optimist.
AJ.com, which is heritage auctions, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. You can get up there. They haven't been doing much lately.
What are these red flags? Those communism flags? All our leverage. That's in Seattle. Friggin'. I was watching World War II doc today, and now I see this. I just see military occupying forces. It's not even funny, not sad. Also, with these guys, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Who brings who bringing guns to a fucking protest? Like, yo, you're using the First Amendment today, meatheads, not the second one. You want to bring the second one for when it matters, or for something to. Like, do you guys seriously need ARs to go out in public and feel safe? Oh, yeah, you do, because you're pussies. That's the joke. That's why they need their guns out in public. Because they're scared without them. Oh, man. Man. It's just pathetic. Doggo alert. Bunch of redcoats and start reading more passages from the James Madison book. At this point, start sawing them down with some George Washington quotes. That's the general I salute to. I don't know. There's those people. Give me some audio. This dude, these people are tweakers. They look like Scarface. Look at that big ass house with a big ass. Oh my god, these people are fucking losing it mentally. These might be the end of times. The stupidity might have won. Oh man, this is insane.
You own a business, I know exactly who you is.
Oh god.
Your business gonna be gone. And all your stocks and stuff gonna be gone too. Tomorrow when you wake up, everybody's gonna be like, wow, that was Mrs. and that was Mr.
New York's
Everybody's
finest
gonna hate you,
wankers.
including your friends.
I don't know, that's a shitty joke. But I liked it anyway. Gotta go for it. I don't know. I'd be like, well, if the protesters just say ACAB and all kinds of bastards, I don't need to say it if they just say it. I can say my own shit.
It's a public sidewalk.
Man. Looking like this motherfucker having Vietnam flashbacks. He's like, This is tell me that. Look how big his doors are. Look how big this guy's house is. Look at this. This white dude with his white chick out here with a fucking M4, M16 looking iron sight just raw. He don't he look like he look like Scarface, especially with his fucking pants. Look, I like how he's so sophisticated. He's living with his wife dressed, but the gun ain't dressed up at all. It just looks like a real stock basic M16 type body and shit. Like, yo, gun ain't even he got like a strap I think on it. That's it. Like, I can't tell for sure. Like, these dudes, man, they whacked out. Just these people are tweaking. What the fuck are they doing, man? What are y'all? Damn, they got the New York's finest. I don't know. Boom, I got that joke in there. Boom, nailed it. Get some bonus points. Oh, I'd give a killer speech if I got to one of the doggo. If I got to one of those, bro. With a diverse crowd, oh, I'd fucking murder it. Still going hard. Giving out masks out the ass and oh, she got the flowers. The fucking flowers. Brett. Train. Whatever that is. It's in Seattle. I'm not really sure where that is. It's maybe somewhere different in there. Well, as you saw, I thought it was going to be a boring night. Apparently, some interesting shit did happen. Oh, I was about to listen to that, y'all talks.
You know, something I would like to do at some point. When we were out at Gonzales last week and the folks had the Juneteenth celebration, we got to meet all of them. A man named Joe White. And I've got another friend that I've never met. He's talking on the internet, Bobby Love. I would like to get a group of folks to sit down somewhere private we can talk and not have, you know, an audience yelling shit at us and instigating one way or the other.
That's pretty good.
And just see
How about a barbecue shoot? Shoot and eat barbecue.
These dudes, man, they love eating and they love shooting.
hell out of some barbecue.
And put some rounds down range, man.
Yeah, dude.
I'll put rounds down range too, but I'm talking about sitting down and talk.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
for example, I want y'all to hear how I feel about that statue, and I want to hear how y'all feel about it. The only way that people ever agree on stuff is if they talk. They gotta have conversation.
Everybody wants to.
You know, Belton actually looks like it might be pretty good. I might have been, well, I'm not wrong about that, but good for them for being good people, and hopefully they get some good talks going. Hopefully Belton becomes a better city because of it as a whole. I have no idea. They're hit with the orange. He's with the orange. What the fuck does that mean?
That's all, and that's the biggest one.
They mass strapped out. Everybody showed up with the heater, goddamn, with the chopper. See how tricked out his shit is and how whacked out old boy at St. Louis wanna be Scarface motherfucker says? Look at this dude showing up. Look at him walking around with a shotgun. What a fucking. Alright, man. I don't know. It's all talk, though. It's always the point. Like, until anything happens, there ain't real discussion in this barbecue and shit. But that's really cool though to see, of course. I won't poo-poo that. Turn it up. It's like already almost nighttime at DC. He got this thing. That says that, and that. Oh, it's just the same shit. Okay. San Diego, new. Cloudwood. They love it. Oh, got the. I like got to. Yeah. Oh no, this shit. Yeah, these dudes. Look at he brought his gun and his flag. Hey, that proves that was my joke. I mean, that's truly my joke. Like, that is what they stand for at the end of the day. Fucking weirdos. You know, these people get mad about Mexicans when they come to the country, but they believe in dual flag citizenship. They got the American flag and the Confederate flag. Wow, isn't that nice that you get to fucking carry two flags for shooting for nations, apparently, that both means you, apparently. That must be nice. They get mad and you start flying around the Antifa flag or a communist flag or some shit like that. Yeah. Oh, you can't do it. Oh my god, that offends me. But y'all can fly that fucking traitor flag around like it's cool. Like, oh, okay.
And they're asking for the resignation of the mayor.
What the fuck is this dude? My dude, what is this suit? You got a cap too. Alright, man, enough of this shit. Oh, there it is again. So is that the Washington Monument? That big dildo thing? Okay, that's the Washington Monument. I don't. It's a big spire. It's an obelisk. Whoa. 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 That's a bad thing. Not back then.
So make sure that they're saying we're here to everybody want to around and says I don't want to
Activated podcast. Real St. Louis news.
But Peter got the short end of the stick. It was one of the reasons why he went broke. Belton, Texas.
The word on the street with Judah. Duh. The duh cast with Judah on the streets. Wilmington. Tie-dye boy in Dallas with Judah. Not Judah Freelander, but Judah. Celebrate of life.
My first client as a Austin, Texas, in Dallas, Texas. So many great organizations were established
Facebook.
to inform the community
I don't know.
on what needs to be done to make a better
Got
place
good
for
vibes.
everyone within the community.
There's the Louisville one that
Good one, and many others
I was watching a little bit too. Oh, we dead! Oh my god, we gotta run that back. Oh, what minute mark? Like, I wish it said it. Alright, watch this shit, bro. I didn't even realize this. I was too busy looking. And meanwhile, oh, look, they got the Nazi one. I love that one. Alright, here we go. Meanwhile, you got San Diego, but absolutely skate monsters out there, bro. Just, that's all they do is skate. I got that one vid of them jumping over shit. Here we go. Dead. Boom! He won't be in Skate 5. Who? Dwight Howard? Dwight Eisenhower? Yeah, Eisenhower. I heard. Yeah, they hate communism. Yeah, I told you. The only good thing about Eisenhower was his speech as he was leaving. Because he realized how dumb his presidency was and needed it to be saved, I guess. But he can go fuck himself. They ain't hitting a lot of trick jumps over here. Come on, man. Hit this shit, bro. Hit him with the ollie tray flip or whatever it is. Fucking hit him with a 360 no scope quickie ollie. Bro, come on. Hit him with the pop whammy. Come on. What is this kid's doing more tricks on this fucking rail than the goddamn skaters. Come on, kid. Bust it. Slide down that shit, bruh. Yep. He doing it. Look, he getting it. This kid killing it. This kid carrying the shit, bro. That sign and that kid. What?
This is the guy that started the idea of America just start flipping every country.
Yeah, he was a CIA puppet then. Or that was just his idea. He was before he helped the CIA. Oh yeah, was Eisenhower behind when they got rid of Mossadegh in the 50s? Or before in the 40s? Look who the president of Iran was, or the ruler or whatever of Iran was when before they took him out. I think it's not Mossadegh. Is it? No, it's not Mossadegh. It's Who? No, but who was the leader in Iran before when they took him out? Yeah, does he have a name? I can't remember. Is it Mossadegh? I can't remember who else it would be. I got some yellow vests in Seattle. Wonder if that's worth notice. I'm about to look it up. Iranian coup d'etat. The leader was. It was Mossadegh. I was right. Okay, I thought. And then let's find a page. I know people want to shit on. People want to fucking shit on Wikipedia, but I mean the CIA's traces is fucking all over this coup d'etat. Like they didn't even bother trying to hide it. So, I mean, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like CIA. I mean, there's well, a couple of these are included. But just CIA. I mean, you can't spell financial without CIA. You can't spell official without CIA. CIA is everywhere. Stupid. Yeah, well, NASA. I thought JFK wanted to start NASA. Well, you can't give Eisenhower credit. Wait, oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Never mind. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. I fucked that up. I was thinking of FDR, and then, yeah, my bad, I fucked that up. Yeah. Well, that's just because, I don't know if you know, but jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, and all that other shit also helps the military. Nobody ever seems to talk about that. That is a guarantee. Like, money that goes into learning out the intricacies of rocket fuel and shit, that science definitely helps their military department in one way or the other. I fucking guarantee. You know, and also you needed NASA to send out satellites and shit, because I don't think satellites were a thing until fucking NASA. Like, right? No. Like, when did satellites were created in the space race. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, yeah, without the big push for the space race, there wouldn't be, you know, GPS and all the other shit that would benefits from the satellites. So that is another benefit of why they would push for it, because it also is a bad thing in the bad hands. What the fuck is this shit?
He also signed the Civil Rights Act in 1957. He also sent Army troops to enforce federal court order, which integrated schools in Little Rock, Arkansas. Largest program was the Interstate Highway. He helped build the Interstate Highway.
Group is right down there, about a block over. They'll be making their way down here. So, once again, we are live in front of. Once again, this is your brother Charles Abdul Wali for Real STL News. We are live here at the mayor's house. Protesters have assembled. There's another protest group on their way down now. So, both groups have ended up here at the mayor's house. The other group is right down there.
Yeah,
about a block over.
Oh, he is a communist. I was right.
Here. So, once again, we are live in front of Mayor Lyda Cruz's house. The protesters have assembled here.
Black Lives Matter. Upper tier of the American president. And he's the guy that dubbed the military-industrial complex.
Some of the people are yelling for her to resign. For those who don't know, the mayor did an address a couple of days ago in which she mentioned some of the protesters' names and their addresses after they met with her and have some demands. Some of their demands were to try to reallocate some of the funds from public safety Public safety in St. Louis has 60% of the budget, so they wanted to have some of those monies diverted into other social services. And she ended up giving the names and the addresses of people who wanted to essentially defund the police. And people are asking for her resignation, and that's why we have the protest movement here today. So the other group is making their way down. Let me go ahead and meet them.
I did go to her house of protest after the docs. It was good, and she should be sued for docs. Not sued. She should be fucking in jail. That was gross. Well, you'd think public officials would understand privacy. They're the only ones that deserve privacy. I mean, that was a good joke. Couldn't even get it out.
Oh, they have broke the barrier down, y'all. And they're at the front door.
The DSA, I think that's. Hey, let's look that up. Yeah, I thought it was the socialists. Dun dun. You got the communists, dude. Communism in St. Louis. The Democratic Social. I missed what Alliance, Allegiance, Attrition. They're there. You had the homies in Cincinnati, socialists were there, and there's like out here, bro. Everybody, you love to see it. And there's a bunch of water. Cops are gonna show up and steal that. Oh wait, the white power rally, so never mind. We caught some of this. I don't know what the fuck was happening. I don't know. They're bitching at the cops for being pussies again. You know. Simple, normal cop shit. I don't know what the oh, this is a giant stage. I was like, this looks like a kid's like table. Literally. That's just, I guess that's.
Take a quick good look, right? So this is what the park looks like. Had it taken to.
They had like a mini incident with the not a real incident. What the fuck? Okay, so they're moving.
Once again, the community, people came back down.
Martin.
The small medical station back to normal. I think there was kind of some reluctance to really targeted towards us. That's pretty normal behavior.
Oh, there's that part Zach said where they show Trump's speech on the Proud of Your Freedom from the U.S. border. Oh, these people hate the concept of Jesus.
It is not about.
It's insane. They despise fucking devil worshippers.
I'ma catch you without that jacket on, nigga. They gave bro a ticket for a seatbelt.
You say y'all give tickets for a seatbelt?
What's the signature?
So what was the reason why we got pulled
Why you got
the
a
first
signature?
time? Oh, y'all don't know. Y'all ignorant, right? Y'all ignorant.
So what's the other signature?
Bye, bitch.
What's the other
Bye,
signature?
bitch.
What's the other
Bye,
signature?
bitches. Suck my
What's the
dick.
other signature?
Suck my dick.
What's the other signature?
Suck my dick.
Shut up. Don't talk to me. I can talk. I'm not talking to you. Shut up. Quit talking to me.
Slowing down the fucking tyranny of the East India Company and the House of Commerce.
Had to. Drinking that water.
They also apparently fought in World War II.
We need to build a united movement to win this. So
Kshama Sawant, I think
and
it was.
everyone who fights
On the pronunciation, I know who it is. I don't know the pronunciation. But she's there now.
We're going to need a fighting movement, not negotiations by a few establishment chosen leaders in back rooms. this legislation. But I have to say, one among them is, in the defund legislation, has to be that we purge this department of the cops who already have a record of brutality and violence. And of those who gave them the orders. It is time, my friends, clean house. We demand that all protesters arrested during the uprising be released without charges. And last but not least, Mayor Jenny Durkan must go. Durkan, who's a Democratic establishment politician, has overseen the killing of at least 8 black and brown people at the hands of Seattle police. Not a single police officer has been brought to justice. Under her oversight, Seattle police have inflicted further violence on our peaceful protest movement, including barbaric weapons like tear gas, flashbang grenades, and rubber bullets. If Durkan refuses to resign, then I, as an elected representative of Seattle's working people, have pledged to bring articles of impeachment. But as we know, this can't be done by any one person, even though they may be an elected representative. We're going to need a movement. Are we going to have a movement behind this? And we know that getting organized into movements and fighting in solidarity, in multiracial, working class solidarity, is actually the only thing that works in winning change against this rotten system. We forced, after all the tear gassing, we forced a unanimous vote on the city council in 1 week's time. We forced a unanimous vote on the city council to make Seattle the nation's first city to have passed a historic ban on the use and purchase by Seattle police of any of the chemical weapons and the so-called crowd control weapons. This won't be enough, but it was a historic step forward, and it is providing inspiration to the movement throughout the nation. As others have mentioned, Labor rank and file of all races united and expelled the police officers' guild from our local labor council. And we said, and I'm a member of the teachers union, we said together, there's no room for racism in our labor council. We need to immediately, we have no time to lose. We have to immediately escalate this movement to win defunding by at least 50% without delay. And we also need to take steps forward to fight for and win an independent, elected, community oversight board with full powers over. I really want to echo the speakers before me who have said that the negotiating, the clever negotiations in the back room, that is not how we have won the victories that we have won, starting with the $15 minimum wage and the chemical weapon ban. We won that overcoming the establishment's opposition. They were trying to gut that legislation, but we won because the movement spoke with one voice. The movement's other demand is pay the fee. Where's the fee going to come from? Yes, but in addition to that, it's going to come from the wealthiest in Seattle, from the wealthiest corporations. Well, our movement has been fighting to tax big businesses so that we can have funds for affordable housing, to begin to end the racist gentrification in our city, and to begin to put dollars on the table for the Green New Deal. On Wednesday, it's coming right down to the wire. On Wednesday, the city council is going to be meeting in the morning, and they have already promised to vote yes on our movement's Amazon tax, but we have to hold them accountable. Join me at 9 a.m. Wednesday morning for an online community meeting. Just search my name, Councilmember Kshama Sawant on Facebook, and you'll find it. It's very easy to find, but we need you all to be there because all they need is for the movement to relent one bit, and then they will sell us out. We cannot let that happen. But in addition to all of this, in addition to winning these demands, which are going to be hard, and we will need to build a mass movement to win every single one of these, we also have to understand that there's a reason why Mayor Jenny Durkin and the Democratic establishment mayors throughout the nation are defending the police and have defended police brutality for decades. Why? Because these mayors, this political establishment, serves the capitalist class, and capitalism is a police state. And to win a police-free, oppression-free society, capitalism itself has to, but for that to happen, we are going to need an international socialist revolution led by the working class.
Taking her shot, I guess.
Where we all stand together with equal stake in winning a society free of racism, free of sexual violence, free of bigotry and religious phobia. We all have a stake in this. We all have to fight it. We all have to be on the front lines, because if somebody's lives don't matter, then nobody's lives matter. And injustice to one is an injustice to all of us. So let's make sure Jenny's wonderful neighbors hear our voices even louder. Hey, hey, ho, ho! Jenny Durkin has got to go!
I thought they were going to say.
Go, hey, hey, ho, ho! Jenny Durkin has got to go! Hey, hey!
I like the other channel a little better.
Jenny Durkin has got to go!
Well, that was a good speech. Good for her. Picked her shot. Going for socialism hard. See if it pays off. It's very interesting. It's ballsy, but her assessment of the neoliberal capitalistic class police state is less or more very true. So that was cool. So I'm just happy she said that. That was fucking awesome.
It's pointless. Real talk. Real talk. So what I'm
after my cousin. To repeat after me, we're gonna say the shared demands. We need Mayor Durkin.
Full law enforcement. They got at certain points. Orders are probably some of the worst of them because they just see a tweet and believe it's law. But here we go. We got down. Therefore, all cops are bastards until we see change. There's no such thing as traveling protesters. I mean, there are, but it's typically older people that used to protest in the 60s and shit. and they're just hippies, and they live out on communes. And then when protest happens, they show up and they hand out food and water and they help people organize. Like, they're not going out to try to fight. They're fucking hippies. AFF is the American Freedom Fighters. It's a group of quote-unquote not all white nationalists. They got upset when I called them white nationalists. They were like, hey, we got an Asian guy. And I was like, oh, okay. Not all white nationalists. But yeah, no, they fucking...
But I just always want you to understand that I'm a lowly lieutenant who's
No,
sitting
but
on
this
corner.
is your corner.
Right. So
you-
my
you're the
job is
highest
to make
ranking
sure
person.
that nobody comes this way because when everybody leaves, they don't want anybody to get killed.
I understand. Since you're in charge.
Yes, and I'm
You can-
happy to give you my perspective. My perspective is that the sidewalk is fine.
So if I translate, if I transfer that to you, it's they can maintain in the school, physically in the park.
That's my understanding. I'm very cautious to say that because I want you to understand that's my understanding.
Oh man, propaganda.
Some of them do. Yes,
I really don't care.
Saying this helps.
They're professional lawyers. Just some politicians. Come on.
And that's one of the biggest things.
Right. We understand, but just please recognize that power structure that you don't have. I understand that.
Hey, that's okay.
Or lives to houses and whatnot, and but that just seems to be what snaps in their head quickest.
What was the orange gang? My brother mentioned, look how fucking the diverse the color schemes are too. You get some orange people showing up. You know, you usually see all black at nighttime in Portland for a lot of people. But
Actually, a cop approached me and asked me to educate him on why it is that we're saying Black Lives Matter. And seems Kayla is asking the same question. Kayla, I'm going to say the same thing to you as I did to the police officer. So, Kayla, picture a block of houses.
I'm not doing this. But if you want to know a good metaphor, just go check out what he was saying.
Okay. Can be in the park, cannot be in the park, but
Children,
can be in the sidewalk. Look, I wanna talk about how silly that looks, right? So they're saying that I can stand right here. I can stand right here in this corner and let my voice be heard. But if I take 4 steps this way into the park, I'm gonna get arrested. What a silly way to try to control people. I mean, don't get me wrong. At least they're letting us stay on the sidewalk.
Man, fuck them. They gonna fuck themselves, and they control people with fucking brutality. And now they're using psychological shit on you. Well, don't do this. Like, they're just there to start shit with you guys. It's the only reason why they're fucking there. That's it. That's truly it. That's it. Gonna beat the shit out of them for thinking they had the First Amendment. And because they really enjoy beating the shit out of people. It's not every day you can see so it's not every day you can see so many Klan members at the same time. It's quite impressive.
Some odd people, and then after have now gone away from the park.
Yeah, they fuck themselves on the way of going by.
Yep. So a couple of the higher ranking officers. Yeah. More than 100 days since Breonna Taylor was killed. Justice for Bree. Yep. Yep, so here they were getting yelled at, yeah.
I had a bunch of material on this chunk of footage, but I don't feel like doing it. A lot of them were, seems like for as many white supremacists as there is / Drew Brees as there are innocent youth there, so I was like, that's child abuse. I had some other jokes, but
yeah, well, luckily, the cleaning isn't done by the police, it's done by, like, public.
Essentially, though, these people are fucking losers. Man, I feel bad for the kids.
So I'm gonna make it a point, since I don't have my
This is
mic
probably the
tonight,
most
to
attention they get from
make
the
some
family
notes
probably a long time. So
in between things.
yeah, just sort of like,
But something I missed out on. So last night there was the Black Lives Matter. I would say it's kind of a poster, but it was on cardboard. It replaced the American flag that's at the Justice Center on their main flagpole. Tonight it is bare, meaning that they took the effort of when they removed the graffiti. They also removed the Black Lives Matter poster or sign that has been that was lifted last night. It's either that or the owner of the original sign took it down, which I doubt. But I'm not going to put that out of reason. I forgot yesterday that I found some of the munition that is like, so I don't know if for some people who have actually seen when I was on the first night we were here at the JC, that we were on the side of the building. We were at the east side of the building, and there was the first time that the protesters interrupted the flow of the police coming in and out of their building. And basically, when I was over there, I had I intercepted some grenade activity that had these little bearings that I thought were, at the time I thought they were metal because of how hard they hit me. I couldn't even register that they were rubber, but I found another one from last night. Last night they went off. It's like buckshot. It's like a grenade, but I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a little rubber ball. It is really dense. It is not squishy. But that's what they fired it off in last night's crowd, and I just remember getting hit, a direct hit from it the first night. What's going on, man?
I'll wait till you're done until I talk.
I mean, yeah, that was about it. I mean, I was just explaining.
Word, I saw that bit. I was watching, and then I decided to come downtown.
Yeah. Do you mind being live, or?
No, I don't.
All right.
Yeah, I wear the same shit every day because, I give no fucks about.
I wear the same shit too, and
yeah.
I just wash it, as much as I can.
No, 100%. Yeah, trying to be clean. I want to be identified amongst us, and I don't care if I'm identified.
Those are weirdos. And that was interesting. What he said.
For sure. I mean, was that not just the one?
No, it was.
Okay.
There was a sports store. No, there was so 2 banks got looted. I mean, not that they can get anything, but then there was a sports store that was looted. There was the
bank was broken into. So I saw that bit. So when it comes down to so they pushed us 3 times, and now I've got a homegirl who was hit by a rubber bullet, and part of our tight group, she wanted to loop back and grab the casing. So we're like, all right, we'll take our little break. We're gonna come back to the group. We loop around. We had a different weird conflict, which took 6 minutes. And then the moment we actually looped around, they had just pushed us past the store that was broken into and had shit pulled onto the street.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the cops are gone. They pushed us past that. They walked past it themselves. If they knew the damage, they could have posted a cop car or maybe made that their final stand.
But that's not.
But instead, instead they pulled all the way back and waited for that store to be completely looted. So I put my camera down because I was around and making sure everything was cool. But the moment I walked up, I heard several people "Yo, these people don't have shoes. Get them shoes!" And that was the first things out the window.
Wow.
It was more or less.
That was the sports store I was talking about.
So yeah, I didn't see the sports store.
Yeah, that shit. Yep, same thing.
Yeah.
It just happens in every city like that.
Potentially.
Yeah,
if we're talking about the
these
same
are
person. Yeah.
these are probably some of the worst things that they could do is use this type of artillery, because it was the first time that we were over on the side of the building over there. I got hit direct with the grenade, and it sprayed the whole side of my body, and that was the worst pain out of everything.
Last night, how late were you here last night? dirty shit happens later when they think they can get away with it.
Well, for sure.
And I want to catch that. Like.
I love the amount of candles that are coming out. I'm a big candle guy. I think those are cool as shit. And I like how they're incorporating more candles into their vigils. They also had lights at the Breonna Taylor one. And also there's a lot of like spiritual shit. For like there's just a lot of spirituality also behind candles. In a lot of ways. I don't feel like talking about much. But it's also good that they're there. Can we see any fucking pigs in this can? Oh, we see that chick. Look at this shit. It's like twice the size of him. Oh, the streamer community is the craziest.
And I didn't want to have a bunch of kids on camera like that.
Imagine that guy getting chased by the cops. He's
reasons.
running around with a big ass stilt
I
on
filmed
it.
a little bit while we were at the park, but no one was live streaming or filming.
He might as well just be recorded on stilts and be the same.
It is filming, but I had my son. I was carrying my son with me.
He's really fucking cool. He's got that veterans sign that's dope. The dude walking was dope. Teeves is dope.
They were not using kids for political.
I think I've seen that chick once or twice. She was cool.
None of what they were
I think I've seen him streaming. Like,
with the kids.
I love his dude with his sign. I'm really enjoying
Like,
the streaming community. I enjoy it since as you see, I look by the channel, I watch this shit every fucking night. It's kind of cool seeing the same guys and shit, getting used to their personalities and shit. That's pretty cool. They're pretty deep there in Eugene. I mean, Milwaukee. How much time we got? We got a couple minutes. We gotta hurry this up. I don't know if I want to get done. Well, in the time I've been recording, essentially, we're almost caught up to the time I started. DC douchebags are there. I don't know why. That's Milwaukee. This is fucking. I don't know why they're doing. I think that's Nicki. And I think that was Lil Wayne was the other one. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. It's Portland Cam. Well, they're on the rain tracks in Eugene. That's fucking cool. I've never seen that. Shout out to train tracks. It's going around like a Power Rangers. Some interesting shit. They lit the candles and now they was chilling. I saw. I like that. That is interesting. I mean, they said it wasn't as deep out here, but I mean, it's still semi-deep. Is it Lil Wayne? Maybe not Lil Wayne. No, that's somebody else. Is that not Nicki Minaj? Oh, fucking no idea, boy. What Packers have though? Really talented artists. I don't draw at all. A lot of people apparently can and do. Edit all that shit out, I guess. I was there. Good for him. Look at this. He's up on the cooler. He's nice little shit. I don't get the squeaky toys why they got them, but that's what they do. I don't know what that was about. I'm not catching up. I didn't clean out the green thing. This guy shows up with his chest and helmet and shit, but in his camera, not his fucking gun.
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to watch it. Okay, yeah.
Oh, they're flicking the shit there.
I'll send you what I have. Yeah.
They're freaking the fuck out, man. Hey, man, flick your shit, bro. Hey, bro. Yeah, stay together. What if I went over an hour, but it was only like that? Oh, the real question is, I truly wonder how many people actually fucking watch this or like listen to the commentary. Like, it seems like nobody does. They just be coming in for either the vid clips or something to talk shit. And then I got blocked their ass for talking shit because I don't have time for this shit. I fucking hate that. I need to piece of shit. Cocksucker. You slipped on a monolith of sea. I don't even know what monolith works that way. Fuck it. So they went to Wheeler's house, I guess. Oh, don't quote me. I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. Oh, there was, yeah, Nita's back out. Is Eric's chick, if she gets there, she just fucking saws people down. No wonder why it wasn't that big when they were there. There's probably multiple groups.
Like one? Oh, okay. I got shot twice. Yeah.
Statues been shit on. Well, based on the looks of this, people are out deep. Cops are gonna probably show and fuck with them. Probably about, well, I don't think they haven't not fucked with them one night. So. Alright, well, as he switched to Portland cam, as you could see, and, well, mostly Oregon cam, because we got one at Eugene. Oh, you got Milwaukee. They're painting there, Milwaukee. Yeah. Overall, as you saw, good night. I don't think much bullshit. It looks like just a lot of cool things. I don't know. Let's not go to comments. What's recommended? Do some material on this. No. Oh god. Anyways, well, that's depressing. Alright, man. Well, thanks for watching. Peace out.